In this video, we are going to see how to add simPRO service job details to Google Sheets. So let's say that you are using simPRO as a cloud-based field service management system. So in this, every time a new service job is created, you want the details to become a part of your Google Sheets, okay, or any other spreadsheet. Now, to do this, you will have to set up some integration between the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here, your trigger application would be simPRO and your action application will be Google Sheets. Now, how can you do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process? To understand that, let me take you to my screen.
Now to begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you already have an account with us, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab, sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and yes, at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. Now since I'm already an account holder here, let's click on sign. And here we have reached the all applications page. Since we are doing this integration using Pabbly Connect software, let's click on access now. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application. Let's click on create workflow tab, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now what is my objective here? My objective is to add simPRO service job details to Google Sheets. So I'm going to name it add simPRO service job details to Google Sheets. Now simPRO is a cloud-based field service management software. So it can help you in streamlining job management, job costing, project management, asset management, and etc. So now I'm going to click on create. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, and action is do this. Basically, action here is the response of our trigger event. Here my trigger application would be simPRO. So I'm going to select this. Now comes the trigger event. This is the event that will make my workflow start. So here, every time there is a new job created, this workflow should run. So I'm going to click on new job. And then we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting simPRO with Pabbly Connect, so that Pabbly Connect has the access to the information provided by simPRO. Now I'm going to copy this, and then we have to follow this help desk so that we can set up this connection. So first we have to log into our simPRO account. I have already logged in. Let me take you there. So this is my simPRO account. Now what do we have to do? We have to go to settings, and then we have to go to setup. Let's click on this. And here on the left hand side down, you can see API, and then we have to go to webhook subscriptions. So once we have reached here, on the right hand side, you can see create subscription. Let's click on this. And now here we have to name our subscription. So let's say it is a test subscription 123. Now the email address. So let's say it is test@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the callback URL. So here we are going to paste this URL that we have just received. I'm going to copy this once again, go here and paste it over here. And now as I come down, so here we have to select projects, and under this we have jobs, and then we have the field created. I'm going to toggle this towards the right. Basically, I'm going to turn this on, and now let's click on create. So here you can see that the new webhook subscription is now saved. Let's click on OK. So as soon as we have done that, let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. Here you can see that it is waiting for webhook response. Basically, it is asking me to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response, so that we can check if the integration is successful. Now I'm going to take you back here, and here I'm going to take you to jobs. Let's go to service job. So as soon as we are here, we have to fill in this data. So let's say the name of the customer is user. So it is user 123. Now remember that I've already created a customer over here. You can create a new customer by clicking on this create new icon. Now the next thing is site. So for this particular customer, I have also created a site. This is Pabbly India. You can again create your own site by clicking on this create new option. Now the name of the job. So let's say the name of the job is first job, and cost center here is services. Then we have the primary customer contact, then additional customer contact. Next we have the site contact. So these fields are not mandatory, so I'm just going to leave them blank. You can fill in this data. Now as I click on finish, it is asking me for the said job number. So let me select a number. You can select it as per your wish. Now let's click on finish. So as I do that, here you can see that the job 48304 has been saved. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's see if we have received the API response. So here you can see that we have received the API response. So we have received the reference job ID, then the company ID, then the name, description, date triggered, build, action and ID, but we haven't received the details yet of the job that we have just created. So I'm going to add another action step here. This time again the application is going to be simPRO. Let's click on this. And what would be my event here? My event here would be to get job by ID. Basically, with this event, I would be able to get the job details. So let's click on this and click on connect. I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection. And now here we have to map this data. Mapping means that I already have received the information that I need here in my previous step. I just have to retrieve it. And why do we map? Why? Because if I write the company ID or the job ID manually, so whenever a new workflow would be created, it will take the same ID. It would not change it accordingly. And that is why mapping is important. How do we map? I'm going to toggle this towards the right. I'm going to delete this. As I click on this, so it will show me the previous steps. Let's go here, and this is the company ID. Let's click on this. Next thing is job ID. So let's click on this. Go to step 1, and this is my job ID. Let's click on this, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So you can now see that we have received the details. This is the company name, the first name and the last name. If I take you down here, you have the site name, then you have the job details, and similarly you have the rest of the information. Now what do we have to do? You have to save this information in your spreadsheet here, Google Sheet. So I'm going to add another action step over here, and this time the application would be Google Sheets. Let's click on this, and now the action event here would be to add new row. So every time this workflow runs, so we have received this information through simPRO, automatically a new row would be added in Google Sheet with all the information. Now here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Google Sheets account. For this I'm going to click on add new connection and then connect with Google Sheets. Again here it is asking me to choose the account. So once done, we have to provide it the authorization. So let's click on continue. And as soon as I do that, here you can see that the authorization has been successful. This basically means that Google Sheets is now connected with Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to again map the data. So we have to first select the spreadsheet. So as I click on this drop down, what is the name of my spreadsheet? It is simPRO job details. So let's go for this. Since there was only one sheet, so it has already captured the name of the sheet that is there in the spreadsheet. So you can see it is sheet 1. Now the name of the customer. So let's click on this. Let's map the data. Go to step 2. And here, this is the given name and family name. Basically first name and last name. So I want the entire name. I'm going to click on this. And again, I'm going to put a space and then take the family name as well. Now the name of the site. So let's click on this. Go to step 2. I'm going to find the site name. This is Pabbly India. Now the job title. So it is first job, right? So let me look for this. Yes, this is the name. Now the issue date. So let's click on this. And as we go to step 2, so here we have the issue date, right? Now let's click on save and send test request. So here you can see it is saying that the information has been shared on our Google Sheet. So now let me show you that same. So this is the Google Sheet that we have just created, and this is the information that has been embedded by the system. So we have the following column fields: customer name, which is demo user 123, site name is Pabbly India, job title is first job, and the issue date is this. Now we also need to check it in real time. So now I'm going to take you back to our simPRO account, and here I'm going to add another job. So let's fill in this data. Again here the name of my user is user 123. I'm going to take the same user. So this is my user. Why? Because I've already created the site for him. Now the site here would be Pabbly India. Let's say the job description is demo job new. And then the cost center here is smoke alarm inspection. Now this is your primary contact, and I'm going to click on finish. Let's provide this job number, Sage job number. So let's provide this and click on finish. So as soon as we do that, here you can see that the job 48305 has been saved. Now, so here you can see that we have received the response. This is our customer's name, site name, job title, and the issued date. This basically means that our entire integration process is a complete success. Now what we are going to do is we are going to quickly check what we have done so that you have a thorough understanding of the same. So our trigger application here was simPRO, where the event was new job. Then we had another action, again the same application simPRO. Here we had to put the event get job by ID to get the details, and finally to save it in our spreadsheet, our action application was Google Sheets and our action event was add new row. I hope this is very much clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, please refer to the workflow. The same workflow that we have worked on is given in the description box. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if there is any particular integration that you wish to work on, please share it with us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.